Welcome to part 2. We're going to be getting this timing cover off. First we gotta get this belt off, then we gotta take the tensioner off itself, then we can get this cover off, and then we can get down to the water pump. And I'm also going to retime it, because it's super easy, and also placing this motor mount. Alright, got it off. See the little studs right here? I'm just going to take these out, because I don't really need them in there. I'm going to tie these wires off somewhere else, so they'll be out of the way. I don't have to worry about them rubbing on anything. As you can see the water pump down there. That's the gear for the water pump. Dim it light. Yeah. Can't really show you where the bolts are on there, but come and take a look at our water pump right here. So 2 right here, 2 right here. In comes the new tensioner. You can see this mount is out. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it just to get it done out the way, because I need my jack to lift the car up, and then get a splash shield down from the side, and then I can get the crankshaft a little easier so I can spin it and get my timing as close as I can before I pull the water pump, so it's easier when I go back. That's the mount all in. Just have to put a little damper piece over it right there, and then you get the jack about from under here. Now I can get it up, get that splash guard off so I can get to the crank. A few lug nuts and 2 bolts later. And by 2 bolts I mean some of them were missing. You can now see that we have direct access to the crankshaft, which is what I need to spin. Got the water pump scraped clean, but I throw some goo on it, put it back in. It's gonna get a better shot. Now, put it back in, get my timing set back, and so that's about it. Gotta go up this gasket first. Now, I would film more of it, but there ain't much to film really. You can't really see much of anything. Let me see if you can see it. See that little tab at the top of the crank pulley? It says the little indentation on the side of the block. And it lined up perfectly. You can't see it on the cam sprocket, but there's a little arrow that points up inside one of those holes. You can kind of see the bottom of it. And there's a tiny little dot. You can't see it, it's in the shadow. There's a tiny little hole back there that matches that arrow. And it gives you your timing. And that water pump was not very cooperative going in. More or less just had trouble keeping the gasket on. Other than that though, simple job. So far I'm about 2 hours in, by the way. Pro tip. These are the channel locks I used to get those 2 hoses back on. I don't know if you can... There's one. Oh, there's kind of... Oh, there you go. It's a lot easier to get from underside, or underneath the car. Way easier. Plus that lower bolt on that back corner. So look everything back in. You can kind of tell. Little RTV splotches all over the water pump. Means it's new. Tensioner's back in, belt's back on. Like I said, I'm going to leave that cover off. Secured these 2 wires back. You can't really see because of the sun. Alright, fuck it. Show you this real quick. This came with AC Delco kit TCK194 with a GM number. Also fits for Fords. Scan this real slow in case anyone wants to pause it and take a look. Alright, this will probably just be the end. I don't think anyone needs to see me add coolant, but I wanted to show you the period correct coolant. Don't ask me how I got it. But that's all. I'm going to add this and run the car. Or you know what? I might shoot a little video of the car running, see if that sound goes away. Oop, pause the video before the helicopter gets here. Sounds much better to me. That bounces a little floppy now. Just letting the water go down so our gnat's going. Once again, don't forget to subscribe.